Hey everyone, welcome back to another rock solid day with the Adam C. Moreno show. I hope you guys are feeling good. So RFK Jr. just announced that HHS is reinstating some programs because employees were apparently cut by mistake. And I thought this was an incredible moment because RFK Jr., along with the Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins, they were at an elementary school in Virginia when one of the reporters actually ended up pressing him on an issue regarding a department that was recently eliminated. And RFK Jr., I believe, had a perfect response. So I wanted to go out and play a little bit of this moment as they were in this school in Virginia, because I think it is a testament of character as well as a purpose and a Maha first agenda. And it is incredible. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Also, guys, if you like having conversations like this, please make sure to like and subscribe. It's one of the best ways you can help me out. Okay, check this out.
Programs. Every child in America that is hungry will have good food to feed them. And if they don't, then we will immediately realign to ensure that they do. And the other thing I'd like to say is that the programs like today that are so inspiring and watching these incredible kids, a lot of them from food challenged families, that this is what we should be supporting at USDA. This is why we're realigning, so that the status quo that has been bloated by 40% in the last 4 years, that's not going to work anymore. That instead we need to realign around leaders like are part of this school that have completely rethought this, have done such an amazing job, and moving farm fresh produce as much as is possible into the schools and into these kids as snacks and lunches.
Sir, I know you said that you want to talk about kids' health. The CDC program that monitors lead surveillance for kids was cut. Can you explain the rationale for cutting a program like that and why that's not an essential service?
There were some programs that were cut that are being reinstated. I believe that's one of them.
Interesting. And do you know why it was cut to begin with?
Well, all of these programs, all of the CDC and NIH and CDC are not doing their jobs. And there was tremendous redundancy. For example, we had over 100 communications departments. We have 40 procurement departments. We had dozens of IT departments and dozens of HR departments. Most of the cuts are to those administrative sections, which are now consolidating or eliminating redundancies. We're streamlining the agencies. We're going to make it work for public health, make it work for the American people. In the course of that, there were a number of instances where studies that should have not have been cut were cut, and we've reinstated them. Personnel that should not have been cut were cut, we're reinstating them, and that was always the plan. Part of the DOGE, we talked about this from the beginning, is we're going to do 80% cuts, but 20% of those are going to have to be reinstalled because we'll make mistakes. And one of the things that President Trump has said is that if we make mistakes, we're going to admit it and we're going to remedy it. And that's one of the mistakes.
When will that be remedied?
So good. Guys, I love that so much. Are you kidding me? RFK Jr. right now said that whenever mistakes are made under this administration, we admit the mistakes and we fix them. I love it. And one of the comments that I saw underneath this was someone said, good news, although I want to know which people specifically are being reinstated. And in the video right now, RFK Jr., the question was about a lead surveillance department for children, right? And RFK Jr. here did say that he believes that the CDC's lead surveillance department was one of the ones that are going to be reinstated. So that is good. But I also want to zoom out just a bit and talk about how this administration is dealing with mistakes, because I do believe that mistakes are inevitable. But I do think whenever mistakes are happening, there's kind of an approach here. Either you sweep it right under the fridge, never to be seen before, or you actually expose that nerve and clean it up in real time. And I love that expression because there's so many people including RFK Jr., whenever they were running in 2024, they were talking about a more transparent administration. And to me, this is an incredible fingerprint of transparency. Mistakes will be made, but when mistakes happen, they fix them very, very quickly. And you know where else we saw this? We saw this with Elon Musk in, I believe, President Trump's first cabinet meeting. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I'm going to go ahead and play it again because I think this shows the posture of President Trump's administration. I'm not saying that they're perfect because I do believe that mistakes have already been made, but it looks like for the most part, there is this underlying purpose when it comes to mistakes, and it is postured towards transparency and honesty. So check out this moment with Elon Musk at President Trump's first cabinet meeting with all of the secretaries. Check it out.
And I should say, we will make mistakes. We won't be perfect, but when we make a mistake, we'll fix it very quickly. So, for example, with USAID, one of the things we accidentally canceled very briefly was Ebola prevention. I think we all want Ebola prevention. So we restored the Ebola prevention immediately, and there was no interruption. But we do need to move quickly if we're to achieve a $1 trillion deficit reduction in financial year 2026. It requires saving $4 billion per day, every day, from now through the end of September.
So there you go. Elon Musk talking about something that had just been cut from a USAID and how that mistake was made, but it was immediately remedied. But again, that posture is when mistakes happen, do you ignore it and keep moving forward, or do you actually pause, fix the mistake, and then continue to go along the mission? For Elon Musk, that mission is Doge and creating a healthier economic future for the United States. For RFK Jr., that future is making America healthy again. And I do think that we are seeing that in both of these expressions here, and I really, really do love it. And you know what? As I'm thinking about this message regarding mistakes, I'm reminded of this newsletter that I wrote a while ago where I was talking about RFK Jr. and kind of some hit piece regarding a fluoride and some water that he was selling. And I published this. You can go look at it. But there was this screenshot of a moment that I captured from Ernie McManus, and he has this one line that I think is incredible, and it's at the end. He says, "When you decide to solve some issues with human suffering, I have a feeling God will jump right in and go, 'I love that. You're not good at that, but I'm gonna move you because it's a lot easier to guide a wild stallion than a dead horse.'" And I continue on and I say, there will be setbacks, there will be misses, but I'm a firm believer that a wild stallion trying to do good in this world is better than a dead horse. We should elevate and celebrate the wild stallions because those are the people who change the world. And I was talking about this in regards to RFK Jr. and how he was getting so many hit pieces regarding something that happened in like 1999, and it was just absolutely it was absurd, looking back on it. It was. But I do think the message here is still the same. Like, there are wild stallions and then there are dead horses. There's a wild stallion who, yes, whenever they're going about and doing what wild stallions do, they actually they they're hard to contain, they're hard to control. And yes, maybe it gets a little bit messy, but is that not better than a horse that's just lying on the ground, sitting, not doing anything? I don't I don't think so. I really don't. I think the wild stallion is a much better bet in a race than a dead horse. Anyways, that's the video. Let me know what you think about this conversation in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this mistake that RFK Jr. and HHS had made. But more importantly, let me know what you think about how they remedied this mistake. Let me know what you think about the process that they went about in restoring this to making sure that this country is moving in a direction that is healthier and brighter. All right, guys, let me know what you thought about this in the comment section, and I will see you all next time. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Oh, and why not? Check this out. I mean, if you want to get some of those conversations, if you want to read the one that I just shared, I think it's a great conversation. I published it a while ago. Go ahead and check it out. It's called RFK Jr.'s Terrible Fluoride Flip-Flop. And yeah, go ahead, be part of the newsletter, be part of that community. I think it's really fun. I think we have some great conversations over there. We also have a chat that I'm really, really excited about. And yeah, you could also be a paid subscriber if that's interesting to you. If you want to go ahead and support me in that way, if you want to move from being a viewer in these conversations to being an investor in these stories that we are sharing. All right, guys, thank you so much for being part of this story today, and I will see you in the future. Episode's over already? Geez, that was fast. Well, they say beautiful things do not last forever, but feel free to watch and listen to another one of these episodes if you're interested in those conversations as well. Also, this next part is huge. Make sure to obliterate that like and subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never skip a beat. I also have a newsletter where we dive into the news, politics, and ideas that shape our future. If you're interested in signing up, I'd really appreciate that. Anyways, that's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you next time.